Start my truck, let's all jump in. Here we go together. Nice cool breeze and big palm trees. I tell you, life don't get no better. Talking about hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now.
Welcome viewers, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Talk the Talk with me, Desh. Today, Nita Stadler and myself are going to provide you with information just in case you are thinking of buying the new Haval H9. And this will happen in our first segment, Let's Talk Car of the Week. Following this will be our talk tip with Ashley Roos, where she will be talking about Tyre rethreading. And then finally, we have Talk of the Town, where we have Taljaard from CMH Haval Little Falls joining us. She is the new vehicle sales manager. Let's jump straight into it with the Haval H9.
Talking about hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now. I go, ane. Chucking more fina, anane. Chucking more fina.
Hi Nita.
Hi Dee.
Thank you so much again for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so now viewers, there's been some buzz in the motoring industry, and this is due to the not so new brand called the Haval. The H9 has been making waves throughout the country, and today we are finding out why. Nita, my co-pilot, is here to tell us more about the H9. So let's get straight into it.
Thank you Dee. Yes, the Haval H9 is the biggest car to be developed by the Great Wall Motors, manufactured in China. The revolutionary H9 is a full-size 7-seater SUV and comes with a 2-liter turbo petrol engine. It's as fresh and fun as ever. Although it doesn't necessarily have a feminine look to it, it does offer great practicality for a big family at an affordable price.
That it absolutely does. But Nita, what does it have to offer in terms of looks?
Well, the big grille and bulky wheel arches make for a bold and rugged look, while the sculpted lines on the car, as well as the elegant door crease, does give it a bit of contrast. The boot opens sideways and is especially convenient for shorter ladies who don't need to stretch so high to close the boot.
Like you.
Like me. Xenon headlights are fitted and are self-cleaning, and the LED daytime running lamps make it look techno and modern. The interior of the H9 boasts wood inlays and hints at the H9's ability to go off-road too.
Okay, so Nita, it certainly has an attractive appeal to it on the outside. But what about the inside, Nita?
Well, with the panoramic roof that is standard for the H9, the cabin feels airy and incorporates lots of light in the interior. It has a leather trim that is both easy to clean, which is ideal for your mom, and it also looks elegant. Classic French double stitching is used, and the front seats are heated. Higher trim levels include heated seats for all passengers, as well as offering a massage option. That alone makes this car ultra luxurious.
Nita, what does it have to offer in terms of infotainment and specs?
Okay, viewers. Keyless ignition and automatic dual zone climate control are two of my favorite comfort features in the H9. But I must say, what really stood out for me, and I know for you as well, Dee,
Yes.
was the electric folding function on the third row of seats. There's an entertainment system that can be fitted to the rear seat, featuring 2 screens on which to play video or audio for your passengers, making this an ideal road trip vehicle for medium or larger families. Blind spot monitoring is standard, although it's not displayed on the exterior mirrors but on the pillars on the driver's side, which is both unique and effective.
Okay, so I can certainly agree with that one, Nita. Now for my favorite part, the drive. A symmetrical wishbone suspension makes for excellent on-road driving as well as off-roading. This SUV with competent skill. The large engine is paired to sleek shifting ZF transmission and makes good use of low-end torque to maximize towing potential and crunching over those dirt roads. It uses about 10.9 liters per 100 kilometers, which is one of the negatives of such a large, powerful motor. Still, the drive feels secure and stable, especially on off-road terrain. Haval's all-terrain control system allows you to master any environment and makes this an excellent all-rounder. Thank you so much, Nita, once again, and I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that you're going to purchase your next 7-seater Haval.
Thank you, Dee.
Wind up, go down, wind up, go down. Twitch it backward. We go left, we go right. Turn it around and forward.
Up next, I have Ashley Roos, our talk tip specialist, with an interesting angle about Tyre rethreading. Today we are discussing some of the biggest and most well-known myths and false accusations of rethreaded tires. So, individuals have been pointing fingers at rethreaded tires for the rubber and skid marks seen littering the roads and highways of South Africa. But Ashley is here to tell us more about this. Hi, Ash.
Hi, Dee.
Okay, so what can you tell us about rethreading?
So yes, Dee, multiple studies have shown that this statement is untrue, as statistics prove that new, standard and rethreaded tyres are equally to blame. The reason of this littering on the roads are due to ill maintenance to the tyre, new or rethreaded.
So Ash, it says that, or it said that rethreaded tires cause bad performance. Some people have heard and believe that rethreaded tires don't have the capability or perform in the same manner that new or standard tires do. Please shed some light on this.
Well, Dee, this accusation couldn't be more wrong. Rethreaded tyres have proven to excel in rough off-roading terrains, along with their endurance capabilities.
Okay, so some people also say that rethreaded tires are unsafe. Please maybe elaborate on this for us.
Dee, like we've said earlier, tyres that are guilty of causing accidents are underinflated with an improper and illegal tyre pressure level. It can also be due to the fact that the vehicles are often overloaded. Tyres that are driven with a lower thread depth than legally required also contribute to accidents. It is untrue that rethreaded tyres are unsafe, as they are tested and designed to work just as well as new and standard tyres. Professionals state that if tyres are properly maintained and in the legal condition, that they are all equally safe.
Okay, so Ash, I've also heard that they can easily be ruined by heat. What do you think about this?
Dee, heat has the same damaging effects as it would on new and standard tyres.
Okay.
Heat does have a detrimental effect on underinflated tyres, especially tyres with a low pressure level. Advice to drivers driving on new and standard tyres would be to avoid this from happening. You should have them properly inflated and have a look at tyre pressure regularly.
Okay, one more rumor, I think it's one more, but Ash, there's also a rumor going around that they don't last as long as new tires. Is this true?
Dee, it depends on the rethreading process, the mold cure, the pre-cure, and the materials used, along with the quality of the rethread done on the tires, all play a role. If it was done and the driver maintains the tire as they should, it will have an average lifespan of a normal new tire.
Sure, that was a lot of information to take in. Thank you so much, Ash, for yet another informative topic. And I hope our viewers receive some good tips and a few worries have been washed away with regard to their rethreaded tires. Viewers, while it can be dangerous to generalize, I believe females bring empathy and great listening skills to a discussion. Listening is a vastly underappreciated skill, especially for people like me. But when it comes to communicating and problem solving, empathy is a great skill to truly understand customers and employees alike. What are their unmet needs? Why? Or how do we know? Through their feelings, how can we surprise and delight them or stop doing something they don't like? Females also more frequently put the team or the goal ahead of individual goals, which again is great for problem solving and overall team success. Finally, my friends, it probably should go without saying, but slightly over half the world's population is female. Given the opportunity, only females can and should represent that other half of the potential customer or investor base. Now, viewers, all that I have just mentioned and more, so much more, is what my next guest represents. Betty Taljaard is the new vehicle sales manager for CMH Haval Little Falls. Again, another woman that have endorsed and promoted my initiatives since my introduction to this compelling and delightful world of motoring. Let's welcome Betty Taljaard, proudly brought to you by Roti Solutions.
My bestie and your bestie sit down by the fire. Your bestie says she want parties, so can we make these flames go higher? Talking about hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now. I go, I need.
So, thank you so much, Patty, for joining us today. And we've been friends for the longest time. And I so appreciate everything you have done for me, in terms of supporting me and endorsing me and promoting me. And I really, really appreciate you as a person. We've grown in terms of friendship and colleagues. And I want to take this opportunity in front of everybody to just thank you for that. So thank you very much.
And thank you so much for having me here.
Oh, you're
Desh.
welcome.
You have grown so much since the first time you and I met yonks ago. And I'm so proud and so amazed at what you've achieved, because you still in those days told me what your dream was.
Oh, yes.
And here you are living it.
Yes.
And it's just amazing. Well done.
I know it's COVID times, but I just have to touch her hands. We've sanitized.
Yeah, no.
Okay. But thank you so much for that. Patty, I want you to tell our viewers, I know everything about you, but I want you to tell our viewers, how did your journey in motoring begin? And yeah, just tell us about yourself.
Sure. Okay, so I came to Joburg at the end of 2007 because I used to be in diamond mining, or worked for a diamond mining company that went belly up. And as things went, I lost everything in Cape Town. And my brother bought me a one-way ticket to Johannesburg. And I arrived here in December of 2007 with my little suitcase with my clothes. And I sat in his house and I figured, you know what? I need a job, okay? But I don't have a car. So I need a job that gives me a company car. So what job gives me a company car? Motor industry. So I figured, okay, if I could sell Average Lane, I can sell cars. And I got it. My first job in the industry was with Honda Santon in January of 2008. And I did not know the front end from the back end of a motor vehicle. I knew absolutely nothing about cars. But you know me being German and very hard-headed and determined, I was given the opportunity and it worked. It was amazing. I've just fallen in love with this industry. And I've been with a lot of various brands, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Renault, Nissan, Infiniti.
Wow. Yes.
Oh my goodness. Honda we've mentioned. I think that's about it. Eh?
Yeah, that's a lot of experience, eh? And that's really,
Oh,
really...
Mazda, don't forget Mazda.
Oh, Mazda
yeah, I
as
did
well.
Mazda as well.
Okay, but remember, viewers, she's here representing Haval.
Haval.
And that is the new in thing. So let's just talk about yourself and I mean, have you felt that there was challenges that you had to face as a woman in motoring?
Yes, I do feel that there are challenges for women in this industry. It's a very demanding industry. It's a very hard and a very harsh industry. It takes a lot of your time. If you're not prepared to sacrifice your time and your effort and your family life at times, you're not going to make it in this industry.
You have a grown-up son, right?
Yes, I do.
Right.
Yes, he's 32. He lives in Cape Town.
32?
Yeah.
Well, you don't look a year older than 32.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thanks. I pay her to say that.
You did. You bribed me to say that.
Yes, it is a male-dominated industry, as I've mentioned, and all of us that go into this industry know this. But what you need to know is what you put in is what you get out.
Yeah.
So if you're prepared to do the effort and put in the effort, you will be rewarded, because it's one of the most rewarding industries as well. That's just my opinion.
So, Pats, what do you... I call her Pats, by the way, because we're friends, but it's Patty. Patty, you don't mind Pats,
Not at
right? What is your current job? Okay, and what would you like to accomplish in the future in motoring South Africa?
Well, I must say that with all the brands that I've worked for, the brand that I'm most passionate about is Haval. I was with Haval from the very first H2 that arrived in the country. Yes. And I've never seen a brand grow in such leaps and bounds as this one. I am very fortunate to be employed by the most amazing dealer principal, Norman Kelly.
I know Norman Kelly, an excellent human being, a man that have supported Women Talk right from the start. So thank you, Norman, if you're watching. But yes, absolutely.
And what a gentleman.
What a gentleman. You
Absolute
are
gentleman.
literally working for a leader in the industry.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yes.
So I'm with CMH Haval Little Falls in Roti, and I'm loving it. What would I like to accomplish? A lot of people say, do you want to be a DP? No, Norman, you can have that job. Thank you. Thank you. I can't deal with that stress. What I would like to accomplish, because CMH is a very, very large group with over 56 dealers countrywide.
Right.
End of the last financial year, I was the second best sales manager in the group.
Wow.
So this year I'm gunning
done.
for first position. And yes, it's been off to a very, very rocky start after lockdown.
Yes.
So we've had a very, very rocky start. But I'll get there. I'm sure I will.
Absolutely. I don't even doubt that. And as I must say, CMH, you have a true ambassador in this woman. I mean, she's so dedicated. I know the company she worked for before, valued, and literally, I think you have a true ambassador. I might be biased. She is my friend. But Pat, what transformation would you like to see in motoring South Africa? But not transformation in terms of economy, but transformation in terms of the reason you are here, woman transformation. How involved can women get into the industry? And you just mentioned earlier that you were chosen, you were not, motoring chose you.
Yes.
Motoring chose me. Motoring chose most of the women sitting beside me in the seat. What's the transformation that you would like to see where women choose motoring?
Wow, Desh, that is such a loaded question. We can actually sit and talk about this for hours. But I think the area that is most lacking, where women are the least present, is in our service departments, our workshops, and our parts departments.
Yeah.
As service advisors, even as technicians.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure that there are women out there that have a passion for tinkering with engines, if you want to call it that.
Absolutely.
And I really think that is an area that needs to be filled by women that represent the brands.
Yeah. So that's the transformation
That's
you would
the
like
transformation I would like to see. I would like to see more women in parts and workshop area.
I have an amazing woman that's attending, going to be part of the show in the upcoming weeks. She's an engineer, and it's so refreshing to actually see these women, being involved in these sectors in this part of motoring. So yes, I mean that's absolutely.
And if I may just throw another little pellet into the water, the group that I'm currently with, CMH, I've seen that's one of the few corporate companies that I've seen that really empower women.
Really?
So they really reward women for their contribution to the industry. They're on equal level with their male counterparts. They get the same rewards. So it's actually a fantastic group that I'm very fortunate to be a part of. And I'm sure that they would definitely want to see the same kind of transformation as we would.
Absolutely. CMH is, I am aware of that actually. I deal with a few CMH dealerships on behalf of Women Talk. And when I go to the dealerships to test drive my cars, I've noticed that, I've witnessed that the gender equality in the dealerships are really, I mean, it's real.
It's real.
It's real.
It is absolutely real. Yes.
Yeah, but thank you so much for all of that professional input and you serving the motoring industry for so long. I mean, it's women like you that inspires me. So thank you for that. Let's go on to Patty. Who is Patty at home? What are your hobbies?
I've got a lot of hobbies, Desh, as you know.
Yes.
I'm a Gemini, so I can't stay busy with one thing for too long. I need a lot of diversity, so I do mosaicing and decoupage and cooking and baking. My latest thing now is ginger beer.
Oh,
yeah.
Beer because of German or?
Yeah, but it's the ginger beer. It's the ginger beer, you know, with the fresh, because I love ginger. I mean, I just love that smell of fresh ginger. And gardening. So, yeah.
Okay.
I've got a lot of hobbies.
Yes. And so, Pat, maybe you can tell us a bit more about the Roti Awards. That is something that you have been nominated for. You attended my awards last year.
Yes, I
right?
did. Yes, it was amazing.
Thank you.
Absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
And I think the initiative that you've taken to actually create this and to put it all together, I know it took a lot out of you.
Yeah.
But just to get that extra bit of recognition just makes you want to fight even harder and grow even more.
Yes.
Just that little bit of recognition. And the way that you presented it with all the fanfare and the glamour, it was amazing. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. And that's it about women in motoring. And I say this, and I will stick to what I believe in. Women do not have to think like men, be like men, to be in this industry. Be yourself, be a woman, have your glitz and glamour, be like this, you know.
Absolutely.
And just be yourself. I mean, at the end of the day, the Roti Awards is aimed at that, to recognize women that have contributed to motoring South Africa.
Yes.
And you are a nominee. How's that going?
It's going, actually, the response that I got from people that I asked to vote for me was absolutely amazing.
I know CMH is behind you 100%.
Yes, they are.
I saw the votes coming in. Thank you, CMH,
Thank
for
you.
that support for
Absolutely.
Patty. I mean, it really
It
is a
was
feather in your cap.
amazing,
Yes.
amazing. And for me, I believe I'm already a winner, because even if I don't get the trophy or I don't get first position, that became irrelevant throughout this whole process, because I saw the comments that people put on the Facebook page, and I just saw the comments meant so much to me. Thank you for your likes, thank you for your comments, just thank you for all the love that you've given me through this process. It was just mind-blowing.
Oh, absolutely. That's the aim and that's the objective of the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards. So I'm so glad that you have received that elevation and that uplifting and the support, the moral support. That's what women need. We need you to believe that women are positive contribution to motoring in the motoring industry of South Africa.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Pats, for being here with us
Thank
for blessing us with your presence.
Thank you.
And that brings us to the conclusion of yet another exciting episode of Talk the Talk. Viewers, thank you so much for watching, supporting, and following us. We are not just providing information. As I've said before, we're empowering women, but based on our feedback, we would like to believe that we are making a positive contribution to motoring South Africa. Please follow our Facebook pages and visit, and I like to end off this way, visit our online motoring magazine for more content regarding vehicle reviews, tips, and you can also purchase your next vehicle from a selection of thousands of vehicles from our bank accredited dealerships advertised nationwide. Ladies, remember, the question should never be who's going to let me. It must always be who's going to stop me.
Start my truck, let's all jump in. Here we go together. Nice cool breeze and big palm trees. I tell you, life don't get no better. Talking about hey now.